Alright, let's have a look at percentage increase and decrease. In this video, you will learn how to calculate percentage increase and decrease using one or two steps. Key terms here are multiplier, percentage increase, and percentage decrease. So here you have an example. Changes in quantities are expressed as a percentage of the original quantity. What does that mean? Let's have a look at this. Class size have increased by 10%. Okay, that means this class has increased by 10%. Let's say there was 100 students. Well, 10% of 100 is 10, so now the class is 110. Okay? Look at this problem. House prices have decreased by 12%. So if house prices were, let's just use the word one, let's just use the word, the number 100,000. If they have decreased by 12%, we would figure out, well, what is 12% of this and subtract it from the original. There are two methods that we can use. The first method is with two steps. Okay? We find the size of the increase or decrease, and then we apply the change to the original quantity by adding or subtracting. So let's look at this example here. A fruit grower picked 1,720 kilograms of apples last year. This year, she expects her crop to be 20% bigger. How many kilograms does she expect this year? All right, what do? Well, the first thing we want to do is say, well, what is 20% of this number? Now, if you remember how we do this, 20% of 1720, well, we write that as a decimal. We remember that of means to multiply, and we simply go 0.20 times 17.20. What this is 344 kilograms. That is the step one. That doesn't answer our question. Our question is, how many kilograms does she expect to pick this year? So if she's picked 1,720 kilograms last year, this year, 20% a bigger crop will be 344 added to that. The answer is not 344 because that's much smaller. The answer is 1720 plus 344, and we have our answer. Let's look at these two problems here. Okay? Increase 60 by 25%. Maybe pause the video and try to figure this out. Okay, you should have recalled that, okay, if we're increasing 60 by 25%, the first thing we have to do is, what is 25% of 60? We write this out the way, so that we can calculate that. That would be 0.25 times 60. 0.25. And we have 15. Okay? 15 is not the answer. 15 is the 25% increase. To find the answer to this problem, which is asking us to increase 60 by 25%, we simply add 15 to 60. So we would go 60 plus 15, we would have 75. So the answer, 75 is 25% larger than 60. Now let's look at this other problem. Perhaps you've already figured it out. Okay, so why don't you just pause the video and try and solve this problem right here. Decrease 40 liters by 1%. The first thing we have to do, and you should have done, is, well, what is 1% of 400? We know 1% is the same as 1 cent, which 0.01 of is multiplying times 400. And this will be our answer. 4. You probably already knew that because it's quite an easy problem. So to decrease 400 liters by 1%, we would now need to take 1% of 400, which is 4, and subtract it. So it's of take 400, we subtract 4, and our answer will be 396. Here's our answer. 396 is 400 decreased by 1%. In the previous page, we did this with 2 steps. If we want to use 1 step, we use a multiplier. For example, if we increase an amount by 15%, basically we're starting with 100 and we add 15, so we simply are multiplying the amount by 115%. Okay? That is, we have 380.64. So 312 increased by 22%, given to 3 significant figures, actually would be 381. If it's 3 significant figures, as you recall from middle school, the 3 significant figures here would be 1, 2, 3, so that means we can get rid of this, and because it's a 6, the 0 will become a 1, so that will be 381. Here is our answer to that. Now, if we were decreasing 183 by 7%, all we got to do is take 7%, subtract that from 100, so that would be 93% times 183.93 times 183, and we have our answer. There we go, 170.19.